Hi, this is Mike Gormley and Mike Gormley Show on KTMS in Santa Barbara. And we have a great guest by the name of Randy Bachman from Bachman-Turner Overdrive, BTO. You remember from the 70s, but they're still going. And in fact, they're back after kind of a break for a while. Randy, what's coming up for BTO now that's back on its feet?
We're touring quite regularly, probably 3 or 4 days a month, every other weekend, building up because it's too cold now. Air travel is tough, especially out of Canada. I'm playing upstate New York. We're playing down in California. We just got a call to play the Grand Prix in Long Beach, which is sometime in the summer, which would be a big gig. We're doing a rock and roll cruise the end of March into April, which is down in Aruba to Florida and back. So we're doing all the rock and roll circuit, which is really great. In the old days, you didn't want to play on a cruise ship or a casino. Now they're the great places to play.
Yeah,
it's funny how it's because all our crowd goes there. Our audience goes there.
exactly.
Takes their kids, and it's really life is really great. We're rocking and rolling in the free world.
Now, when we were chatting a few weeks ago, you mentioned something, you're going to be doing something in Japan, and then there's some recordings that haven't come out, or what there's some you're going to do?
Well, my stolen guitar, my stolen Gretsch that was on Taking Care of Business on it, and These Eyes and everything else. It was stolen in 1976 and lost. They found it in Japan 2 years ago. So I went to Japan, I got another one to trade the guy, and I got mine back. That was the whole big thing going on in Japan. It was quite incredible. And while I was there, the guy who came to our gig said, I saw you, BTO, at the Budokan in 1976. I was 16. My father was the head of Mercury Records. So he took me to your show. I said, what do you do now? He said, I'm now the head of Mercury Records. I work for Universal Music here. What happened to BTO Live at the Budokan? I said, what do you mean? He said, you recorded it. I said, well, a few songs came out. He said, no, there's 18 songs.
Wow.
I've now got the 18 songs. I'm remixing them. They're incredible. It was the end of a 90-day tour. As you know, we had hit #1 album and single. We toured the States with Bob Seger as our opening act. We went to London and toured with Slade and Thin Lizzy as our opening act. In Germany with Scorpions as our opening act. And then we went to Japan. So in the middle of a song, we stop and we start jamming. It's like Led Zeppelin. Robbie starts a drum thing, I start a guitar thing, and we go away from the song, then we come back to the song. So I'm looking at mixing them right now. Nobody has these tapes now except me. I had them in my storage. And so we're looking to do a deal and remix them and have BTO Live in the Budokan, 18 songs that nobody's ever heard.
That's amazing. And I remember hearing about your getting your guitar back after all these years. And that's amazing. Well, we're running out of time here, and we are going to put together a little podcast where you can find over at YouTube if you want to hear some more stories from Randy. And we're going to move out of the Mike Gormley Show on radio and just thank Randy, thank Jeremiah Higgins for helping put it all together, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
Yeah, definitely. Mike, I'm just going to jump in here and say that tune into the podcast. We'll put that up, and all the overtime will be in the podcast.
That was Jeremiah. We let him talk every once in a while.
Oh, I was going to go by God if I could, just for once. Just God. Great interview, guys. We'll see you in the podcast.